Hi everyone, welcome back to Coffee with Crainer. This is episode 151. Today I have Remo and Lucio from Oven 360 and also Crainer 360, their newest restaurant in downtown Windsor. Today we're going to be talking about Dough to Dream, how they created the business, how they came to Windsor, and really started a successful franchise. Would it be considered a franchise?
It is.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. We have 8 franchise locations and 2 corporate stores.
Holy smokes! They're growing fast. How long has the business been around for?
6 years. We
6
started
years.
in
2018.
Yeah.
So they've been here for a bit, and they're not stopping.
Hopefully.
So today we're going to talk about how they built this exciting business. But before we do, where in Windsor, Essex is your favorite place for coffee?
On Erie Street, Gennaro Cafe,
Gennaro.
Italian
Yeah,
coffee.
we like to go to
yeah,
Enzo.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
go
that's
see
a
Enzo.
classic.
Yeah.
And now, can you share the story behind founding Oven 360? How did this happen?
We used to have a catering company together. We used to have portable oven. We used to go to people's house and do party there. And we saw people, they enjoyed to participate with us when we were doing the pizza. And we went to Vegas to the pizza show, me and him, and we look around. We were looking for something different. And there the idea came up how to do Oven 360, have all the ingredients there for the people to choose and show and create the pizza with us. Yeah.
Did you come from a background in cooking, or did your family own a pizzeria?
Yes.
Remo answer.
So I grew up in a restaurant. It was a hotel restaurant my family owned back in the 70s. Then I did my own career doing other things like studying architect. And at one point I said, I don't like to do this. I want to go back into the restaurant because I lived with the passion since when I was a kid, 5 years old. And at one point I got my own place in Italy. It was 1996. And after a few years, I decided to move to Windsor.
Why did you both choose Windsor to settle?
That was me. I came here when I was 20. I have a good friend of mine who was coming to spend the summer in Italy. His name is Sam. So at one point when I was like a teenager, I want to say 18, 19, he asked me, why don't you come and visit me? So I came and I had a weird sensation. I felt home. As soon as I landed in Windsor, I don't know what it was. That's what the only way to explain feeling home. And I said, I think I would have lived in this place. And then since then I started to develop this idea. I came after that first time, I came several other times, and until I decided in 2002 to move to Canada.
Wow.
But it was initially idea was just to stay here for, like everybody thinks, few months, few years, do an experience, and then go back. But then I stayed, and then I realized it's a great place to live.
And Lucio, what's your story? How did you?
I came to visit him in 2004,
Yeah,
and I met my wife. And then I moved. And
that was planned.
and after we start to work together.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how did that partnership happen?
We grew up together. We are friends
Yeah,
since we were little. My first point was him here. We start to do the catering, and after we create Oven 360.
You decided, hey, let's
do
work
something bigger.
Yeah. Well, there is another part of the story behind Oven 360. So I was busy with what I was doing. He had his own business. We shared this idea with the other 2 guys. Their name is Hui and Matthew. They had a lot of energy. They liked the idea. They started to push us. Since then, we created the Oven 360, and the last few months, another piece of another person was added to the partnership. So we are 5 people.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And how many locations now?
We have overall we have 10. 10. What we got the 11th one opening in Michigan, the first
Hopefully
one
soon, yeah.
to the U.S. Yeah.
Wow. So you have Windsor, LaSalle,
Leamington, Chatham, Sarnia, and Burlington,
Emeryville.
and Emeryville. Yes.
Did you ever see it becoming this big?
No. It wasn't in our idea. We didn't want to do a franchise, but then friends, family, they start to see us successful and say, well, they want to be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what location was the very first one?
Grand Maris.
Okay. Is that one, would you say, still the busiest location?
Probably along.
Yes. One of the busiest. Yeah.
Along with LaSalle. Walker Road is another good location.
Yes, and then you also branched into frozen.
Correct.
Frozen food.
Yes, we do frozen
pizza. Yeah.
And how is that going?
It's going good. There is a location in Loblaws in Toronto.
Wow.
Yeah, even the GTA, we got some customers there. There's a lot of work behind. It's a lot of work because it's a semi-artisan pizza. So we have some machinery, but most of all, the work is done by hands.
Yeah, they still stretch by hand. It's still like
we want to keep like that.
Yeah.
We want to keep like a traditional pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you eat a frozen pizza, we want to transfer to you the idea that is done. There's hands behind, not the machine.
And now, do you use the Windsor shredded pepperoni?
We don't.
We don't use shredded pepperoni.
In Italy, yeah, it's like, what is this?
Yeah. No, it's not that.
No.
We start with some cured pepperoni. It's more looks more Italian, looks more authentic. Let's say.
Yes. And is this like a duplicate of what you would taste back in your hometown?
Probably very similar. Well, we don't say that. It's people that comes from overseas, from Italy, even a friend of us. When they taste our pizza, say, "Wow, it's pretty much the same that I was eating at your pizzeria in Italy."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And where's the idea of the rotating oven? Where did that come from?
That was not our idea. It was the idea of the inventor.
Yes.
Now, when we at one point we went to China to do some consulting, and then we found out there was this rotating ovens in Italy. So we approached this company, said we need some ovens in China. So we start to get confident with them until the point they asked us to be the distributor for North America. So now we also do this other job.
Yeah,
another headache, but it's good.
You're very busy, obviously.
It is busy.
Yeah. What do you love most about it?
I personally can say the interacting with people. So it's like a socializing. We grew up in a town where there was a square, so everybody was going and meeting in that square, and I resemble these things. My job to that phase of my life. So having people over at the restaurant, you go to the table, you socialize, you're working, but I really enjoy what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yes, the same. We enjoy to be with people. We grow up that way. That's the main.
Do you enjoy working together?
Yes, we do.
You do.
Yeah, we do. Now it's 16 years.
Yeah.
And
You're like brothers, basically.
Pretty much.
Better than a brother because we don't argue usually.
Yeah, we are very easygoing to each other, laughing, working hard. But yesterday we went to, where was? Down in Ohio to meet some. It was fun. You know what I mean? It's not, you don't feel the stress. When me and him are together, it's fun.
We enjoy our time together.
You seem very easygoing.
Very easy.
We are. That's the secret to be partner. If I decide something, it's right. If he decides something, it's right. There is no...
Unless it's a big, huge decision, we sit down. But if he wants to buy, I don't know, a piece of equipment, hey, I bought these things, I spent 10 grand, okay, that's fine. You know what I mean? That's the way we do.
Yeah. And it seems to work out that way.
Yeah.
For us, yes.
And now let's talk about Cucina. How did that happen?
Well, Cucina was not in the plan. But when I was approached from a group of investors, which is Dino Maggio, Brian Schwabs, and John and Steve Savage. They wanted to open a restaurant downtown, so they approached me through a friend of mine, and I was skeptical in the beginning, but then I realized Windsor needs something, and if I can do something for downtown, if I can do something for downtown Windsor, I'll do it. So I started this challenge, and I'm telling you, I love it. I love the environment that we created downtown.
That fine dining.
Absolutely.
Branched in.
I really like downtown now.
Where does that differ from the regular Oven 360 locations? What?
Well, I mean, 360 is more like fast casual. Cucina, it's a little bit more an upscale of.
Yeah, it's more fine dining.
And I'm interested. And Cucina, it's like an Italian restaurant, so
yes.
we do from A to Z and all.
And I've been to both, so I know the difference.
Yeah.
Loved Cucina. I went there a few months ago.
Thank you.
Fantastic service. And the food was excellent as well.
Thanks.
Now, was there anyone that was a mentor to you growing up that helped you in this business? Like, were your parents a big influence for you?
No, honestly, we did on our own. I mean, yeah, following desperation, making a lot of mistakes, fixing the day after, and keep going.
Working hard, work hard on what we do.
And what's next for Oven 360? What you mentioned a location in the States. Yeah. Talk to us about that. How did you decide? Okay, let's branch off across the border.
A lot of people asking to open even in the States side, and we see a lot of opportunity in the States. The market is bigger. It's different this day. Hopefully, we can grow faster and bigger over there. That's the plan. Now, John, the new ad on the company, he's from US. He had he had franchise before. He had a lot of experience. So hopefully, with this out, we can venture out pretty fast over there.
Is there a hurdle of entering the US market? What's the biggest challenge?
Well, without him, without John, probably we wouldn't go anywhere in the States. So apparently for us, there is no challenge because we don't have the ends on like bureaucracy, all that aspect. We only are the artisan of the pizza. So when we have to, adjust the product or develop a new thing, we are there.
So that leads into my next question. What are each of your roles in the company?
So mine is product in research and development.
Okay.
Along with him, but he has an extra duty.
And more on the technical, all the equipment, all the maintenance, all the.
Well, you fixed the mic.
That's the guy.
I didn't even ask. You were just you were there. So and it's a good balance.
It is, yeah.
And then you have some partners that focus on business growth.
Yes. All the marketing, the
legal part, IT,
And you have really, really strong marketing, is what I found. It's very professional.
Yeah, we try to do. If you do, you have to do right.
Yes.
We still think old school that marketing, it's done at the table, face to face with the customer. That's the way I like it. But you definitely need it today, a network around us, like a strong marketing company can help you.
So when it was just you two starting the business,
along with Matthew.
With Matthew and we.
Yes.
So that was what 6 years ago.
2018 when we opened. We started in end of 2016.
Oh, develop the
idea together. So
yeah, 6 to 8 years ago.
Yeah.
You opened up Grand Maris. How did you begin to advertise? What was your first?
He was taking care of all the advertising, just really basic. Some posts.
They're two dentists.
Yeah.
They want to get a little bit out of their office and do something fun. So in the beginning it was really fun. And then it started to be like work.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Then we said, you know what? I think we need like
we need a marketing
a marketing
team.
company
Yeah.
who does this.
Yes.
At
Yeah.
the beginning, it was just us, the four of us.
Word of mouth. Open up
Yeah,
the
yeah,
location.
But yeah, the pizzeria, everybody knew him before we opened Oven 360. A lot of people
Mhm.
came there for that too. You know, they knew us. The
And-
catering and
Yeah.
the pizzeria.
And Lucio, you had another business before Oven 360.
Yes, I still do. I have Carapasta. It's a small pasta shop on the East End. We do all kind of pasta, ravioli, tortellini, lasagne, all homemade, egg noodle, ready to go.
Wow, you're making me hungry.
Yeah.
You obviously both have your hands in a lot of different buckets. How do you balance it?
Wow, we have a help.
Yeah.
We delegate to people that now have been us with for several years. So especially we have an excellent guy at the commissary kitchen
Mm-hmm.
who grabbed from Italy. He said, "Come and visit us."
He came, yeah, at the beginning he came for a few weeks after we did all the
And then we would
application.
say, "Just go back next month, and next month again."
And
And
then
then 1 year passed. Then he find a nice lady here, and I've been here for over 5 years.
No, since we opened.
6 years.
Since we opened.
wow, so he's the brains behind the
He's
operation.
the one who's
It's
taking
the
care
end, and yeah.
the commissary kitchen, which is the core of the business, where everything is made there and get delivered over.
Yes. Now, for someone that's looking to enter the restaurant business, let's say they want to open up a pizzeria or a fine dining Italian restaurant, what would be some advice you could share?
Well, my personal advice is like be prepared for sacrifice yourself and your family, the people that you have around you.
Mm-hmm.
Because living in a restaurant,
It's living in the restaurant.
it's
It's nonstop.
You go
You
sleep
have
at
to-
home,
yeah.
you wake up, back to the restaurant, spend 15 hours a day over there, work when everybody has holidays, and it's really hard. But if only the passion will,
Yeah, passion and dedication. You need to believe in what you do and do it all, with everything, all in.
Mm-hmm.
Or there is no success.
Does this feel like work to you at all?
no, not for me.
Wake up every day and you're energized and
I know I'm going to meet some people, new people, old friends. That's what it takes me there. And then I have a passion for food. I like to be cooking around, be around the oven, around the stove, do something. I like it.
Yeah, we enjoy it. We enjoy to do that.
what do you bounce between the locations or where do
Yes.
you usually
We
hang
do.
out?
We try to visit the location.
Mhm.
So you
Where's
can
main
see
office for you guys?
Probably
the lab, the
commissary
commission.
kitchen.
The lab?
Yeah,
We call it the lab.
That's all we call the lab. Yeah.
Love it, love it. Well, no, this was a real treat, gentlemen. I really appreciate your time.
Thanks for
Thank you
Um,
for your time.
It's a very, very unique story. You both came to Canada. You started a very successful business that everyone in Windsor Essex knows about, and raves about the quality and the level of service that they get. And it's very exciting to see that you're now expanding into the U.S. market. And it all happened right here in Windsor Essex. So very great to meet you both. Thank you for
Thank you
your
very much.
your
Nice
advice
to
and
meet you, and thank you.
awesome. And be sure to visit